What is the concept of projection and codependency?
So projection is when you feel something, or this may be way of thinking on other people.
What is the concept of projection and codependency?
So projection is when you feel something and you start projecting these feelings, or this may be way of thinking on other people. You are imagining that they have this, but it can't be true. And for me, it also works. I think that I have this projection thing, or when I feel insecure, also in the middle of some conflict, and I tend to blame my partner for everything. Yes, it's not my fault, because I want to not just share this, shift it to another person, because it's easier. And when I feel also not confident and decisive, I start thinking that, for example, it's my partner's fault and problem, and he has to deal with this, not me. But still, it's a mechanism that that exists to protect me. Yes, am I right?
Can you repeat that again, please?
Yeah. Projection is a mechanism that exists to protect me.
Okay. Let me chip in here. People with codependency often label others with their own negative traits. Therefore, they put out things about themselves to others. For example, things that they would not tolerate. They put it out to others. It is a toxic habit. So when I project to that person, expecting maybe my insecurities, I just projected what I was thinking to the other party. And this is not so great. That is what projection is all about. And then when we come to codependency, it's a circular relationship. This is whereby one person needs the other person, who in turn needs or wants to be needed. Do you get it? In this relationship, one person needs the other person. I need you, for example. And then you also in turn need me to be needed. You need the other person, that is me, to be needed. So you are the giver, right? And I am the receiver. And since you are the giver, sometimes you might feel worthless. If I tell you I don't need you, right? You might feel worthless. But if I say I need you, then you'll make sacrifices to accommodate my needs. The taker, which is me, I'm enabling you to give me something. And because I'm enabling you, you'll be a people pleaser. You might have low self-esteem. These are some of the traits of people who are enablers, who are givers. Because you give because you want to please me. You might be dependent on me as well. And also you might say, I'm giving her, but how far am I going to be giving her? So you might have difficulty in setting healthy boundaries. And you are, to me, a caretaker. You're always caretaking. You want to take care of me. That is what an enabler is. A giver is.
People with codependency can be givers or takers.
Yes, because it's both ways. So a codependent person is always needy, always needing help, always needing a lot of love, compassion, always needing the other person to reassure them. They're always clingy. They also are submissive or try to control others to feel secure in the relationship. So it has to do with a relationship. It might be friendship, it might be ordinary, it might be intimate relationship. And when that happens, they have difficulty in identifying what their feelings are because they've lost touch of their own emotions. They might minimize or alter how they truly feel. For example, because I'm asking you to help me, you might not necessarily have the time. And in so doing, you are upset, but you cannot tell me how upset you are because you just want to satisfy me. You just want to sacrifice your own time for me at the expense of your own happiness. Do you see how it works? So that's what's going on when you're codependent in a relationship. And when you do this, it's done consciously or consciously. So it's both ways. And when someone is codependent, they often lack empathy, their own feelings, because in actual sense, you don't check in with me to see if my needs are exactly what I need. Or maybe you're misreading specifically what my emotions or my feelings are. So you're not empathetic in a nutshell. So that's the concept of codependency in a relationship. So have you ever experienced that?
I was quite thinking that do I have a codependency relationship? And now looking at all these characteristics, I understand that no, all of them don't fit. in my relationship, but still sometimes I want approval of my emotions or deeds. In some topics I get more sensitive, and for example, I don't know if it relates to this. I'm not from my partner. Yes, I can not get very well even constructive criticism. Yes, is it the same?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, I want him to approve all what I do. Yes, and if he says something like, "Here, you weren't right," I tend to be like, "Why are you saying like this? You just have to be on my side." But of course, I understand. No, he doesn't need to be on my side all the time because he has his own thoughts. Yes, on this.
Thank you.